Hi folks, Chris Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com, thechrisvossshow.com. Coming at another blog post here with you. One thing I want to share with you, it's been on my task list for a while to talk about location-based apps and with them, the implications in our future as to how these are going to make a difference in our lives, in our world, and everything else, and what those might be. And it's been on my task list for a while to talk about this. I haven't really found all the different things that I wanted to do to develop the idea. So I'm going to throw some of this out to you and let you comment on it. But Robert Scoble helped me just kind of put this out here. He talked today about how, excuse me, on his blog, he talked about how with Foursquare apps and Yelp and stuff, we seem to be checking in all the great restaurants and making it look like we have this great life. And, maybe we're eating McDonald's some of the time. We just don't check in at those places. And we're putting our best foot forward, which is really true. We're all selling. Everyone is selling. From the makeup you wear, the clothes you wear, the car you drive, the house you drive, the way you dress your children. Everything about you is selling. You are constantly selling the world who you think you are and who you want the world to interpret you are. We are all selling that. So even the profiles we make, everything is about selling us. The fact that you want to communicate to me anything is selling who you are and trying to get me to buy you and maybe accept you as a friend or think that whatever your ideas are interesting, which I'm sure they probably are. Well, some of you. So, at least in my mind. But So the thing I want to share with you is, we all are probably putting our best foot forward there, but maybe there's another implication there. Let me ask you this. There's a lot of employers that have looked at people's Facebook and their MySpace and used that to determine whether or not the people get a job. There's some people that have been fired from their job because of their MySpace and their Facebook postings. Sometimes company might have a drug policy. They look on your Facebook account and they see you there holding a bong and a mirror and a Coke straw. And you're partying with your friends, and the whole Britney Spears experience there on TMZ. There's a lot of things that we share on those photos that you're like, looks like someone has fun and maybe you shouldn't work for me. And these new location-based apps only seek to extend or amplify probably those experiences that we're putting on Facebook. Because Facebook, at least you can close off a little bit. Same thing with MySpace. I mean, hopefully you're not dumb enough to make your boss your MySpace or Facebook friend. But the one thing that's happening is with these location apps, you're building a pattern of what you do on a daily basis, where you go, what your life is. Even with stuff like Blippy, you're communicating what you're purchasing. With Miso, the iPhone app, you're communicating what you usually watch on TV. Now, everyone's always watching and everyone's always judging, especially in social media. I talked about this recently. About 73% of people on Twitter are voyeurs. They're not taking part in the conversation. They don't want to take part in the corporation inside of the conversation, and that's their way of engaging, even though a whole group of idiots may tell me there's a different way to engage. Some people don't want to engage. They just want to watch, and they just want to be voyeurs. Now, how accurate is it? If you're watching my Foursquare check-ins, you might see that I eat at McDonald's too many times. But what if I had a wife or child who was using my phone to check into McDonald's too many times? Let me say this. What if you're an employer? You look at the fact that maybe I've checked into McDonald's a little bit too much this month. And I got to tell you, I checked into McDonald's today. I've been on the road a lot, and I have been checking into McDonald's a little too much. A bunch of people notice. They're like, Chris Voss, McDonald's again? Come on, dude. People are watching and listening. It's kind of creepy, but welcome to today's world. So what if you're an employer and you go, hey, Chris Voss eats at McDonald's a lot. If we hire him, based on his Foursquare thing, looks like he goes to McDonald's a lot. So we know he's going to be unhealthy, and he's probably going to weigh down on the insurance policy for the company, and he might have more sick days. I just coughed. Maybe that's true. So thereby, we are not going to hire Mr. Voss. He has a great resume, but judging by the way he performs on Foursquare, no. Maybe your insurance company is going to insure me, and you look at my Foursquare, you find out that even though I said I don't smoke and I don't drink, that largely I tend to check in. I'm the mayor of the maybe discount cigarette store. I don't smoke, by the way, but maybe I'm using this as an example. Or maybe I go to the liquor store on too often a basis. And, maybe if you're a pot smoker, hopefully you don't put your pot smoking dealer into Foursquare, because that could be bad. Or your mistress. I think Tiger Woods was doing that. Checking in Foursquare at mistress number 22. I can just see somebody doing that. I'm waiting for the headline for that one. Guy checks in and mistress. Wives find out. Foursquare gets sued. Whatever. So what are the implications? What's going to happen? Were you going to lose a job? Are you not going to get an insurance policy because of your Foursquare check-ins? What are some of the other implications that are going to happen? Are you going to decide whether you not want to be my friend? Certainly, maybe if you're a vegan and you see some of the things that I eat, you don't want to be my friend anymore because, you hate meat and I like meat. There's a million different implications that are out there, and some of them aren't quite accurate. Like I said, what if you have my kids are taking my iPhone with their mom to the McDonald's, and they're eating there a lot, and you're going, God, Chris Voss is at McDonald's every day at noon, when really, it's a completely different case. Maybe I'm at work doing something else, or maybe I'm doing whatever. I'll tell you one thing that's very interesting. Over in the corner there, I have an expensive Bernhardt chair. I had it custom made for a dining table that I had, and it's a very expensive chair if you're familiar with Bernhardt and Rondon. Well, I recently found that a lot of people have been judging that chair in the back as some sort of cheap wicker chair. The fact that someone would think it's wicker is beyond me, but some people think it's a cheap wicker chair, and given the amount of money that I spent on it, I can assure you that it's not. But that's an example of how people have been judging me. They've probably been sitting through these little casts that I do going, he has a nice Mikasa vase, a very expensive picture in the background, and a nice credenza or whatever that is, and he has that cheap-ass wicker chair. What the hell is wrong with Chris? It's amazing how people judge you and what you do and what things go on. I sit through most of these with a nice dark t-shirt. I'm giving this information away free. I've already lost thousands of dollars doing it. I'm not going to dress up in a suit to share with you free information. If you want to pay me to come out to your office to speak and all that sort of good stuff, I'll suit up. But until then, you're getting this wonderful data for free. So you'll get me in a t-shirt in my most comfortable position. Just be lucky I'm not nude. So anyway, sharing that with you. Please put in your comments down what you think the implications are and amplifications are in our future. That will maybe change your world based upon the decisions you make on where you check in. Thanks for coming by the ChrisVossShow.com. Bye bye.